This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, this is Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, this is show 151 live shows in a row. Episodes 23 for the fifth season. Streaming live on Talk4 TV, Talk4 Media, K4 HD Radio, on Worldwide TV Network, WomenOnTV.tv, and iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. So I've been looking forward to this show for a long time, not because we're all friends. Rachel's a new one. We have our own Rachel in Houston, Texas, but her son just graduated today. So she's doing that for, I know, exactly. Cooper's a very interesting kid. I'm glad to see him growing up. But the reason why I've been looking forward to this, because not only is the Los Angeles Greek Film Festival coming up, but Deb Drummond's here. And Ocean is here, who I really like. Ocean, I'm wearing your sweatshirt. I wear it all the time when I'm inside the house because it's freezing all the time. I'm that black guy that's always cold. So, like you said, I always like long sleeves and things like that. And my hat comes out when I go back to Tennessee. That's when I'm breaking out your Oscar hat. I may give one to Howard because I promised him. But you know what? There's some great things. But here's the thing about this. I'm just happy that people are alive. I'm happy that most of my friends are doing well around the world because there's a lot of things going on out there. And a lot of the businesses are getting hit. So when you're that pioneer and you're in that world of entrepreneurship, which a lot of us are in, and you started some of those great companies out of Canada, Deb, but when it's, I'm talking about these things off the top of my head, but I think of 48 times to be on Success Magazine. I think of, the personal and business achievements that she's achieved. This lady does a lot of things. And then she's got a good looking son who's really creative himself too with Ocean. She told me he was shy. He's not shy. I like this guy. I went up and I interviewed him, and I think Terry interviewed him on the red carpet, and I had a blast. And Ocean, like I said, you can't see it, but I'm wearing his sweatshirt because I just love it. And so when you're that young guy and you got that dapper mom, you can't go wrong. Sorry, Howard. But it's one of those things. I'm just happy that they're all here. And then when it comes to directors, we always want to have directors on. It's always important to talk about the arts. Doesn't matter if you're a neuro coach, if you're a speaker, if you're in the world of fitness, or one of the world's top, leading interior designers like Howard Riggins. But, Rachel, I loved your movie. It's all about Greek moms. It's always about the Greek Film Festival in Los Angeles coming up. I love Aristotle. I'm glad your movie was there. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you were coming. So I look forward to that because next week, Terry, we have Sophie Molittle's on. So we're going to be talking about that. So anyhow, Carol, tell you who you are. I'm rambling enough because I tend to do that. Tell them who you are because I didn't get a chance to talk to you the last couple of days. And if I don't talk to Carol, I feel like I'm not talking to her.
Well, that's true. You're not talking to me. Yeah, I missed you too. I love our conversations. I'm Carol Register, and one of the things I do is help women move from 6 to 7 figure wealth. And I do that because I found myself widowed and alone in a foreign country, not knowing anything, not knowing the language, the culture, the new industry I had bought into. And I had to become an international financial expert, really. We were in 6 countries at the time and was feeling very lost, very alone. oh my goodness, what do I do? Which way do I go? And because of what I have been able to discover on that journey, I'm really passionate about helping women to have great wealth for great impact. So that is something. I've got a masterclass coming up on May 15th about healing your limiting money stories to unlock that 7-figure wealth, because it's not about what's in your bank account. It's about what's up here. And I also co-host, in addition to movie reviews and more, the Unleashed and Unstoppable podcast. And we are having Deb on. She's coming up soon. I'm so excited. I loved our conversation. So check us out if you want to know all the things about neuroscience and the leadership, the wealth, the health, all the good stuff, right?
Hey, Howard, let's talk about you. Let's see how your sound is. Go for it.
Okay, I'm Howard Wiggins. I'm son of Leroy Wiggins, play steel guitar. I'm on Facebook all the time, so I want everybody to go to Howard Wiggins Facebook. I'm an actor, interior designer, dancer, voiceover, just almost anything. But I am looking forward to, I've got new plans to kind of start a new life. I'm thinking about moving to Chattanooga here, probably by next year, and just actually really retire and just live out my last days. So that's it.
And you know, the fun thing about him, I'm going to see Howard this weekend. I like when I go into Tennessee and I see Howard, whether he picks me up or we just get together. It's just fun. There's a lot of great people in Tennessee. It's almost like my second home away from home. All right, Terry, tell them who you are, where you're coming from.
Hi, everybody. Terry Marie. I've been with Brian since 2014. I do the red carpet hosting for Brian. I'm a fitness personality, I would say. I've won several competitions with NPC. I was Miss Bikini America. I've won Muscle Beach. And I started competing at 46. So I kind of want to inspire women, like, to never give up on fitness and taking care of yourself. So like, as Carol, I like to like inspire women more like on the fitness side. Then I dabble a little bit of art. I've been acting off and on my whole life. And then I have a corporate job where I work with orthopedics and pain management. So that's why I call myself nonstop, because I'm always doing something, as Brian knows. And I'm going to be out in Tennessee visiting Jenny Jackson, which is part of our family, in June. So I think Brian might be out there too. So I just want to shout out to the Nashville people out there again.
Absolutely. I got to go back. You know, it's always about, you know, women. What is the Deb? Show up, stand up, speak up. Yes, you movement. It's all about you strong women around the world. And those guys who support women, because if it weren't for you women, we wouldn't be here. Right, Howard? Right, Ocean?
That's right.
So, Deb, let's do this. I want you to introduce your son, because I like Ocean. I've not forgotten since I met this young man. He just left the lasting impression. And Ocean, you don't know, your mom was talking highly about you. She says, I'm not sure if he'll come on, but we'll get him to come on. He's kind of shy. So when I met you, I was going by that. I'm like, this guy's not shy, but he sure as the hell is talented. You know, Howard, if you see the stuff that he's created is phenomenal. I mean, I don't just say that because he's here. I say it because it is. And I'm glad that Carol. Well, yeah, he's going to talk about these things. So, Deb, before we get to Rachel, let's talk about how wonderful your son is, because she is the mom, right? Go ahead, Deb, take it away.
Right on. Well, thank you so much, Brian. You're hilarious. I love it. Actually, me and Ocean were just talking about one of the tough things that he had to learn about being in this business, and that was one of them, public speaking. So if you don't know Ocean, his name is Ocean Baker. He started his business when he was 12, got super serious at 15, sat his mom down on the couch and said, I want to be an entrepreneur. And I'm like, oh no, another one in the family. And so we kind of did it a little different, Brian, than how we did my company, which started on a piece of paper and, you know, an 8.5 by 11. How can we figure this out? And we did everything on the inside before he launched on the outside, which was really an incredible thing to do. So he learned everything he needed to know, and then launched at 19 at a beautiful place in Vancouver called Dayton Boots. And then, by the time he hit, 2021, he was designing beautiful. I mean, he's a fashion designer. He has created a fashion streetwear line, but truly he's a creative and he's an artist. So he puts his art on the clothing, and he just finished something called the 12. The 12 is a 12 series tattoo, the 12 designs for a tattoo reality show that is going to be going all around the U.S. that highlights the prevention and education around 12 specific traumas. And these tattoo parlors are going to be the reality show where they're showing people getting tattooed that have overcome these traumas. And Ocean's just done all of the thumbnails for all of the episodes, and it's really, really cool. So that's Ocean's most recent. He's going to be dropping that August 9th in Vancouver. And Mr. Brian Sebastian, I just put your beautiful face on a beautiful flyer. You haven't seen it yet.
Hey, that makes me happy. Hey, Ocean, never mind that. Pretend that Deb's not there. Pretend she's not your mom. Let's talk about you for a minute, because we got to give a shout out to Easy Way TV Worldwide too. Yes. Right. Ocean, talk about this, because I love the name. That's a one of a kind, first of all. But when did you know you were creative? Because the stuff that you've created is just phenomenal.
I guess I didn't know until I was been told. I mean, I grew up in an artist and creative household from my mom and dad. They both do like graphic and all the artwork. So I just kind of found something I really enjoyed doing, which was designing, and I really love drawing as well, and I just kind of continued with it, and then I made it into like, I wanted to do my own company one day and have my own streetwear line and fashion line. And so we waited a couple years because I was like 12, and we was like, okay, let's hold off for a minute, like let's see before we really go into it. And so I still wanted the passion, I still wanted to do it. I waited and waited and waited, and then we got serious when we were 15, 16, and we started working on the business plan, and seeing how all those kind of steps go was very interesting. But it was very satisfying when we finally like had product and I saw people wearing it, and I walked down the street and you're like, oh, the heck, that looks familiar. It's like, oh, that's mine. Like, that's so cool. And like seeing people wear it and just like generally enjoy it, it's like a surreal feeling. So I kind of rambled on there, but that's what I felt that kind of talent, I guess.
No, that is kind of cool. Not kind of, that is cool, actually, because when I saw your booth, shoot, I wish I had the photos up here. We were doing so much stuff. Is that it's just the presence of what he put together, the presence or the people, the women that we've been having them on our shows, the last couple of shows that Deb wrote around from Vancouver. That whole group is fascinating. And, the fact that Carol got a chance to meet him at Easy Way, the Oscar viewing party for Better Vision
that was awesome.
for children, which was great, and that's good. And then coming up at the end of this month, Rachel, we have you. Rachel, give your full name, because she's French and and Greek. You can't go wrong with that. It's almost like being French and Italian too. And Sophie Milas is on next week, so that'll be interesting.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Suissa, and my mom is Greek. My dad was French, and I live in America with my Irish Texan husband. And so, we're from everywhere. We're a citizen of the world, and so I moved to America a couple of years ago. I was in France. I started as an actress, and acting in movies and TV shows, and then I was always a writer too, and I started directing, and so I did my first very big movie in France. It was a Netflix original. That's how I got started, and that was a global release. It came out a couple of years ago.
Dangerous Liaisons.
Yes, Dangerous Liaisons. Wow. It's an adaptation of masterpiece of French literature that had been adapted a couple of times in the past in America. One was with Stephen Frears, with Glenn Close and John Malkovich. So that was the original book that was really adapted to the closest to the original, where the elite of the world back then was the aristocracy. Then it was adapted in 2000. It was Cruel Intentions. It's the same book. but
wow.
they made it all about, the elite is the money. And myself, 20 years later, for the new generation, I made it like a teen. I mean, the teen were the heroes, and it was all about social media, being an influencer at 17, and being already a star and already maybe forgotten at 20. So it was all about that. So that was my first movie, and then I went for the total opposite for my second one. I moved to America. I embraced the indie world because it was always a dream of mine, and I did Great Mothers Never Die. That is my French American indie movie that is super close to my roots, and that is based on my one-woman show, on my life and my relationship with my Greek mother. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. The fun thing about that is, so Danish Liaisons came out in 2022. French teen type of movie, was really good on Netflix. This is Gravitas Ventures. Anytime I see Gravitas, I know it's a great film.
Oh,
I've never seen I've never seen a bad film from that company put out ever. And I've been doing this over 35 years.
Yeah.
So that says something when you have that. So it's coming this Friday on VOD. So that's a great thing. And then you've won over 40 awards in different film festivals. Talk about that. That's important because it's not easy to get your films in. And
Yes.
as Eric was saying, he's listening, he's watching. We're always looking for those films or those people because the streaming platforms have changed around the world. There's so many great films, but they don't always have a platform to be shown on.
Yes, and especially when it's an indie movie, when you choose to make an indie movie that doesn't have a huge budget and that you choose to go without stars because, you just go for who is right for the role, and then it's very challenging. And for me, it was a dream to be with Gravitas because I knew, already from France, I was watching the movies and I knew about them. So when we went together, it was like, oh, it's going to be wonderful. So, but before to land with them, I did. When I did my first indie movie, it was very important for me to feel the full festival experience. So I went to a lot of festivals. I applied to the big ones and to the small ones, and I had experiences with everyone. So we the world premiere was actually in Athens, Greece. So that was amazing. Because the first audience to ever see the movie were Greek from Greece, and that was for me like the most challenging because I wanted to make sure that they were not feeling disappointed from the representation that I do from real Greek Americans. It's very different. What you live as someone that emigrates in a new country, and you want to take your heritage with you and your roots with you, but at the same time adapt to a new world and embrace that new world. And then you have this nostalgia of but you want to bring your roots with you, but you're not in your country anymore. So I wanted to make sure that it was a good vibe with Greek people, and they really loved it. So we had best fiction there. So best fiction for me, best feature movie fiction was really a wonderful first award. And then in America we had with the World West Houston Film Festival, we had the Remy Gold, and then with the La Femme International, Leslie Lapage, she's really working so hard. She was the first woman to make the first film festival supporting women. So I had the best director there. And in the Culver City Film Festival in LA, I had the best supporting actress role from my role, and we had a lot of others. Central Flow, we had best comedy, and for feature movie, best comedy feature, and we had a few others. I'm not going to take all the time to say them all, but I was very grateful for that. And the movie had a small theatrical release, and actually it's going to be released 9th, 10th, and 11th for Mother's Day also. In the Cinema 6 in Port Richey, and at the same time it's going to be in VOD in all platforms, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, all that. And one thing that people might not know about indie movies is that if you pre-order 200, if you have 200 pre-orders, then the day of the release, the movie has actually a real chance to pop up on the homepage. And this
That's
is
good.
yeah. So this is something that people don't hear much, but actually we are in a time of our life where nobody pre-orders anymore, and pre-orders do change life of indie films, because the platform, the VOD is actually what determines then the streaming platforms. Because if your movie does really well in VOD and pops up, then you have an actual chance on being on Netflix, even if it's not a Netflix original, on being on Amazon Prime, on being on Peacock. So right now, everything is playing. My life is played right now. Yes.
See, and Deb, that's what a lot of in Ocean, a lot of people don't know when it comes to movies. You have the different types of platforms, but you don't always know what that window may be like. And there are a lot of movies out there, but not everybody has the same streaming platforms, and that's a lot of the challenges. Let's take a look at this trailer. What I saw almost 2 months ago. I liked it when I saw it, and let's see what you people think of this.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Since antiquity, Greek mothers have haunted their daughters with overbearing love until the day they die.
I'm fine, Mama. Stop worrying. I'll stop worrying when I'm dead.
Except for my mother, Despina.
I wish for you to have a daughter that makes you suffer as much as you make me suffer.
She literally survived her own death.
My heart, that's it, it's the heart attack, it's coming. You failed me as a mother. That's it, the heart. If you're going to die, just die. I killed my mother. Put that cigarette down. I left 2 minutes and you became a smoker. You made me believe I killed you. But you did.
Elitza?
I see dead people.
You've heard of me. Ma'am, you don't recognize me.
Nick,
It's been what?
12 years.
I'm gonna marry him.
Help.
Oh, sorry. I need to get ready for surgery.
Oppa! Chief, this is how you prepare to operate.
I'm Ella, his wife-to-be.
How did you two meet?
When I was living in Greece, Ella was my only friend.
At least we're giving it a shot, right?
I do like you. It's just, more like a sister.
Like incest?
Some people are lovable and I'm not.
Never think you're not lovable. If you don't love yourself, who is gonna love you?
Before her death, my mother was the obstruction, but then here she was pushing me forward. And it looked like the world's ultimate late bloomer was finally ready to bloom.
Hello.
This is not right.
I wish I could fit in. I don't think that fit these balls.
So, Deb, I think she's definitely showing up and she's standing up, isn't she?
Oh, let's get together, girl. I got a page with your name on it in the most incredible book, and let's hit some stage. Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yes,
my goodness. Brian, the women will go crazy for that. We got to play the trailer on this show.
Hey, Deb, tell them what you got coming up and what you're planning, because you've got your hands in a lot of things, obviously. And what did you just start an easy way to?
Well, you know what? It looks like I have my hands in a lot of things. I'm a
No, you
full-time
do. What are you
momager,
talking
but-
about?
Okay, so here, Brian, I've got a name. I'm going to share it with you. My friend. For entrepreneurs that can't say no, there's an official title. It's called Entrepreneur. Woo. And so as long as we're all serving, doesn't matter how we're serving. So yes, I own a media company, Mission Accepted Media, all like James Bond, risk, danger, let's do it. Who doesn't say no? But I'm super excited. We just released on Easy Way TV, the women's channel. I think that's a perfect place for that show. But the women's channel is a form of accessible TV. We're super excited and really honored. I've been doing this entrepreneur thing for a long time, working with some really beautiful entrepreneurial women for over 30 years. And it is time to tide rise. And now women can be seen and heard and stand up and speak up with what they want to say and how they want to say it. And we've just given a platform for that to happen. what we're doing right now, Brian, is tomorrow there's, I don't know, 50 women in the next 2 days that's going to be on the Stand Up, Speak Up, Show Up Summit. All of their episodes are going to be going over to the women's channel. We are streaming and we have a very large audience. I think to date we've had 6,000 women show up, and those that support women as in the audience, and we've hit over 200 million media impressions. And then I'm jumping a plane to Ireland. So if anyone wants to go for a real journey to a real pub with a real glass of Guinness, you can call me. But we're going to go do a book launch for that incredible book, the 262 Women book, that is going to be gifted out at the Emmy's Gifting Suite. So we're gonna be hanging out and hanging back in there with you. And so that's just some of the things that we got going on over here at Mission Accepted. Yeah,
that's a mouth load of everything.
Yeah.
Which is good. And Ocean, you have your own thing going on. So how do you separate mom from all the stuff that you're doing? Because talk about the things you have. You have different companies too.
Yeah. To put that, I mean, we kind of work together a lot, so it's hard to kind of put that aside. But we work with a lot of things together, which is really great. And then I got to work on like my drawings or my designs, usually by myself, which is quite nice. So I get to kind of lay out my vision, ideas. It's quite amazing to be able to do this in my life right now. It's my dream come true since I was a kid. So it's truly awesome. Like Natsukashii Inc. definitely has treated me well, but there's been ups and downs for sure.
Yeah, well, everybody goes through that, right, Carol? Right, Terry?
Yeah.
And Rachel. I mean, it's not easy directing. I could never direct a film, ever. I have no interest in doing that. That to me is like the hardest thing. And I've talked to Spielberg and Lucas about it, and I just look at them like, you couldn't pay me to do that. So that's why my hat goes off to what you women and what people are doing on doing things like that, because that's to me, it's like herding cats. I don't know how you do it. I'm not interested to do it. You couldn't pay me enough money to do it. But Ocean, you got an art collector with Howard. Hey, Rebel, let's see Howard's room. One of his room in the mansion that he's in.
For sure.
Because when I was looking at this, I was looking at a couple of things that what Ocean was doing. I'm like, I wonder if Howard would like this. I kept thinking, I wonder what Howard would like this. All right, Howard, talk about your room for everybody.
This is my kitchen actually, and I'm
of course it is.
My stacked and layered look, where you see the flower arrangement. There's like a pedestal, another pedestal, and then the arrangement. So I'm a maximalist. I'm into layering, and I have a stack and layer look. That's my thing. So, and I'm a collector, so I collect everything. I mean, arts, just antiques, everything.
You always give things present. Like that's one of the things in every room you've highlighted pieces with such incredible presence. I don't know another word to put on it, but it's amazing.
Well, I always say I don't want to be copied, and if the only way to have original art,
he disappeared. He didn't want to be copied.
Yeah, antiques, do things differently than anybody else. So I'm all into the creative stage on everything I do. I mean, if you look, this corner blocks up in the corner, the ceiling is wallpapered. My kitchen window has a frost film over it, which kind of makes it, I don't really like my neighbor, but then I don't care if she hears it. So I don't want to see her. So, but anyway, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's just the truth.
Rachel, when it comes to set design, it's about that eye. Howard's got that eye. I know Deb's got that. Carol's a narrow coach. Terry's got beauty. She knows how to find some beautiful gowns and stuff for whatever she's doing. And Ocean has definitely got that. But when it comes to that director, it's about set directing too. Yeah. Set decoration and 2 different countries. That's important. Cinematography, right?
Yeah, and truly, everything was shot on the same beach. I mean, everything was shot in Florida, Amelia Island. So, of course, I had some. My brother actually recorded some Greek footage, really from Greece, because I was still waiting for my green card, so I couldn't leave the country. So I'm still not gonna leave it now. But my brother brought me. All the Greek footage, but all the rest was shot on Amelia Island, and we had to really make the magic operate. So it's a mix of our set designer. She brought everything she could buy on Amazon, to make everything feel Greek. I went to Tarpon Spring, that is, it's Greece but in America,
Yeah.
and part of the set of the establishment shot were shot there, but then I had to make it match to the interiors that were on Amelia Island. So it was so for instance, it's a low budget movie, right? So we only had like 3 frames of the picture of my daughter. Every time we were going from one place to the other, we're bringing the same set design, but we're shooting differently. So it's all about the creativity of the set designer, the eye of the set designer, but also the tricks that we play with camera. So every time it has a different feeling. And what is wonderful with comedy, with this type of movie, which is a movie close to the human, close to the comedy, close to the emotion, is that it works with a lot of close-ups, because you want to be close to the people. So it allows you to cheat a lot, and actually your set designer, your public, your audience becomes your set designer, because what they can't see, they can imagine, and it gives room for imagination. So I was lucky with that genre of movie.
Rachel, did you go over to the Greek sponge drivers on the West Coast and film some there?
Oh yes, the Greek sponge. Of course, I went there.
Yeah.
When my mom came for a little while in America, and of course the only place she could live was Tarpon Spring. So I lived there with my mom for 3 beautiful months.
Wow.
So I really had a feeling for the place, and living there in the everyday life, and knowing the community there, and everyone helped me, and cameo also in the movie. And because even if the movie was shot 90% on Amelia Island, it was also shot in Tarpon. So
Okay.
it was a nice mix. Yes.
That's cool. I understood you'd gone to visit it, but I wasn't quite sure if you'd actually done the filming. Those divers are incredible. So they go in and they pull up these beautiful sponges, and then you can purchase the sponges and use them for a variety of things. And they're all natural. They're so incredible.
Yes, there was a movie about it, shot in Tarpon Spring, and it shows the richness of all that. Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
See, that's the good thing about being creative. Everybody's got, there's just nobody has one job anymore. Deb's got 36.
Yeah.
Literally. Hey, Ocean, what did you think of when you saw Howard's room? I mean, that's not a kitchen, first of all. But remember, it's just fascinating.
I thought it was a green screen at first. I couldn't tell from like my wall. I was like, oh, that's just a green screen. But no, when you zoomed it in, I was like, oh, yeah, that's actually pretty sick. I haven't seen something like that, so that's cool.
And
Especially
you won't. There's only one Howard Wiggins who does that.
Yeah. But like, I like the frosted like windows. I actually really thought it was just frosted outside, but that's sick that she had like tinted that. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ocean, when did you know you had it? You have it. When did you know?
I guess I never really did know. But I guess I just continued doing what I really liked, and people seem to really like it as well, and telling me all these great things. And I was like, oh, okay, like, thank you. Like, I was just doing what I really liked. I didn't know I had
No, you have it.
Factor.
You have it. You definitely do. When I walked in and I was telling you, remember I was telling you about Howard?
Yeah.
I said, I think Howard would like this, because I'm looking, when I look at things, I'm looking at for everybody who would like this, who would like to collect this, who would like to buy this, who would like to wear this. For me, anytime anybody's got long sleeve, that's what I wear. I don't care if it's 90 degrees out, because I'm always in cool 67 degrees atmosphere. So if I watch one movie, by halfway through, I'm freezing to death. And then if I have to go and see another movie, I'm like, thank goodness I wore this, and I walk out, it's 90 degrees and it doesn't affect me. It's just, that's what I have to do. But, no, you have it. Congratulations on the stuff. Give people social media so they can follow you, because there's a lot of people watching and listening around the world. Give them some of your sites, because you got a couple different companies too, just like your mom.
Yeah, well, I have it right here, but if you follow me at Natsukashii _NII, like that's my Instagram handle. That has like all like the link in the bio, has the websites, page, Patreon, everything you could do to support me and mom really on this journey.
Yeah,
that's important. Terry, I keep pushing Terry. She's an artist too, and I want more people to see what she's created. And it's one of those things where Howard started collecting, I think, when he was 16 years old, right, Howard?
Yeah.
Correct. And I was going to say, like Ocean, I knew at a very young age, because even my bedroom in my parents' house was prettier than the whole house. I mean, if you do what you love, it's not work.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Ocean does.
Very true.
I mean, and you're following your heart. It kills me the number of parents that push their child in to do what they want them to do.
Yeah.
You've got what you like naturally. If you do what naturally, it's never any work. I mean, it's what you enjoy, and that's the best quality of life you can have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too, for sure. 100%.
And having the love and the support of your mom, so it gives you the wings to fly. That's very important.
I cannot wait to see this film. Sorry, I'm like, go ahead. Ocean, but
Hey, Deb. Rachel, since you're going to be in for the Greek Film Festival at the end of this month, tell everybody when your film is showing.
Okay, because it just came now, so they're supposed to make the announcement.
So she may not know then yet. So
I know, yeah. I don't know yet. It will be really at the end of the month of May.
But you can see it on VOD starting Friday.
Okay.
Yes,
and those other platforms.
It will be on VOD Friday. It will be at the Cinema 6 all weekend, and at the end of May, it will be screening in the LA Film Festival, but I don't know yet the date. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and Ocean, I think your clothes are so cool. I think I love them. Like that's, the streetwear style that you bring it, like I would feel completely comfortable and love to rock those clothes. Like, even though I might be not your perceived one. By the way, Brian, I was an interior decorator, and I love creativity through cooking, design, and I've also been an artist as well.
Nobody has one job. See, they got hidden jobs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I appreciate that. That's super nice of you to say. Like when it comes to clothing, I'm very particular, even on like the certain cut. Like if you see on the hoodies, they have like even a certain cut, so they have like an oversized feel. But like, yeah, exactly. Like they kind of cut off on like the wrist and all the patterns, and even this is like a specific type of material where when you like heat it, it like puffs up. So now it's actually like coming out of the hoodie.
Wow, I love that.
Cool.
Yeah, like, so that means a lot to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Terry, when it comes to fitness, talk about because a lot of guys don't realize you can't just give a woman a short sleeve shirt. That's not what they wear. It has to be like a certain type of cut, right? And it's got to feel a different type of way, right, Terry?
Well, what are you talking about? From you're at the gym, or just
women wearing short sleeves? You can't just give a guy can wear a regular short sleeve, but women don't wear regular short sleeves. It's got to feel right. It's got to have that comfort level to it. Carol and Rachel know what I'm talking about, right, Carol? Right, Rachel?
It's the material. Yeah, it's the material, the comfort of the material. Like, I guess if I put on one tank top, I like kind of like stretchy stuff. That like is that breeze. I don't know. So yeah, I'm kind of particular about stuff I wear for the gym, or like even undershirts I wear under suits and stuff, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, but as far as short sleeves, I mean, it just depends. I mean, if you're more muscular or if you're heavy set arm, like, it's, you've got to wear sleeves that are flattering to your arms, I guess, no matter what your shape is, because we're all shaped differently.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The cut, right?
Yeah, it's the
Absolutely.
cut. Mhm.
There is not one kind of athletic. And I see what you mean. Any athletic shirt can go to any guy, but
Yep.
Yeah.
me, for instance, if I have an athletic shirt, it has to be not too thick on the here, because if not, I look more buff. Or if I have sleeves, it can't be here. It has to be 3/4 of sleeves, so it hides. Each woman has the length of sleeve that makes her feel good in her body. We're way more complex in our way of wearing athletic gears, and it's often athletic gears that we would feel very comfortable to just go out in the street and be like, I just wear that to go to sport. But really, it's all super well put together, and like, I mean, it's more complex.
Yeah, that's true. And also too, when you're working out, you don't want to wear something that's going to be not breathable fabric that you can't, sweat. That's another thing. I didn't even think about that, but that's really kind of important. I guess that's why Nike has dry fit.
Uh-huh.
No, I really love the hoodies and all. That's why I'm always wearing in real life. And I mean, thank you. I didn't know you, Ocean, before, because I just moved to America. But I really want to check out that for me and my kids. It looks really, really nice.
Hey, Deb, are you guys there? Well, they probably had something going on because they're 3 hours behind. Hey, Howard, talk about your style, because Howard is stylish. You don't just wear anything.
Well, I always like the unexpected. So I can be cowboy, I could be retro, I can be whatever. And it seems like every day I go out, I get compliments because I surprise everybody all the time. Today I had a what was it, Burberry shirt on, and I was at work and somebody said, "You going to a wedding?" I said, "No, I just dress like this all the time." I mean, I don't care the price. I mean, if I'm just going to save it for special occasions, I'm not getting my wear out of it. So I wear it anywhere, wherever I want. So, and I love dressing up because it starts conversation. When you dress up, people come up and talk to you. You never know who knows whoever, and it's always a great icebreaker in any situation. So,
hey, Rachel, what movies are you watching now? What's on your playlist of what to see?
Well, I
love catching directors off guard.
No, yes. I'm watching my movie constantly, trying to know. No, I mean, actually, the last film festival where I was, it was the Greek San Francisco Film Festival, and every night I was there, and every night I was watching every movie there, and I discovered very talented Greek filmmakers that now I realize. I mean, you'll see. Actually, the movie that won in the Greek film, the San Francisco Greek Film Festival, is also closing on the LA Greek Film Festival. It's it's called Agora, and and it's really funny because I say it's the dark version of Greek Mothers Never Die. You'll see it. You'll see it. But I really enjoyed that movie when I saw it, and yes, there are. I mean, right now there are a lot of movies, that I'm starting to put in my watch list. But I've been more watching festival movies because that's what I've done all this year. So I had the chance to learn a lot about those indie movies. And you, what are your movies on your plate right now?
Everything that's sent to me. And the last week there was 21 movies that I watched on my laptop, just sent to me from everybody, all the publicists, and they were very good.
Brian, did you see the short Tin Can?
I did, actually.
Yes. I really liked that one. Yeah.
How did you see that?
So I saw it at the Digital Festival, DigiFest, where we won our award. Yeah. And I thought it was such an interesting way it was told through, it was about issues with the border and people staying on the border, told through the eyes of a rodeo clown who lost his job. It was really interesting. And yeah, I liked it.
Oh, and Ocean, hold on for a minute. Carol, talk about what you won there also.
Oh, that's right. We won.
Of course, that's right. I had to remind her that she won something.
So DigiFest is a digital festival for all things digital, films, shorts, audiobooks, and we have the podcast. And so we won People's Choice Award for one of our episodes, Bold and Limitless Woman, and we won the Big Digi Award, Professional, for our episode on reclaiming your voice.
Yeah. That's good. It's not easy to win awards. People think it is, but it's still not. You don't know how many people you're going up against. You don't know what they think of. Just like submitting films to a film festival. I was talking to Anna Federer on the Traveling Film Festival, Rachel, which happened this weekend in 4 different cities. They're actually paying the filmmakers to actually promote their films, which is what they should do. And it's actually really good. I went to Birmingham. It's coming to Birmingham, Alabama. Was just in Boston, and they were going to San Antonio and then San Francisco, and then they're spreading throughout the year into next year. Ocean, Rachel was talking about your clothing line that she thought she likes to wear hoodies too.
Yeah, always in real life when I'm not playing my mother, I always have hoodies, and and so I really liked, and I'm just like Brian. Also, it's 68 degrees in my home, but I live in Florida, so it's perfect. I'm very layered, so I love your style. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm discovering I didn't know you because I just moved to America. So you won one more person than your future client for me and my kids. So
no, that's that's awesome. I appreciate that.
It feels very multi-generational. You can bravo.
Yeah. I thank you. No worries on not knowing me. I mean, I'm not in the States, so it's okay.
You wait and see what happens to him. I'm good at picking people when they blow up. That's why I like to talk to them first. So, hey, we got a couple minutes left. Carol, give your social media, what's coming up on Unleashed and Unstoppable and everything else. And Friday, your book clubs that you talk about.
Yeah, so Deb Drummond is coming up, and our celebration episodes for 3 years of podcasting, more than 160 shows published weekly. And I've got the masterclass coming up to help you heal the limiting money stories and close the gap to being at the higher level that you want to be at, particularly in the 7+ figure realm. And I, absolutely love the awards we won. I'm so excited about it. So thank you, Brian.
Congratulations on that, because that's a great thing.
Yeah. Reach me at Carol Register, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Those are the top ones I'm on most of the time.
And what do you do every Friday?
And what do I do every Friday? A free book club called the Worthy Book Club. It's a great community of women where we lean into our value without distraction. Yeah.
Howard Wiggins.
Howard Wiggins Facebook, the one that just says Howard Wiggins, not Howard Wiggins Interior Design. That's the one I promote more because that's the one I always post on every day, all night long. And then, of course, movies, reviews, and more. So that's it, plain and simple.
Howard, Ocean, how can people reach out to you? How can people buy your great stuff?
Yeah, reach me out at go to my Instagram page, Natsukashii _NII, or even just search on my name, Ocean Baker, a little bit easier to spell. You'll find me on there and you can reach out to me.
Terry?
You can find me on Nonstop, Terry Marie on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
And Rachel, your social media and your movie.
Yeah, Rachel Suissa is my social media on Instagram. Greek Mothers Never Die also is on Instagram, and GreekMothersNeverDie.com is the website. And yes, and you can see the movie in all digital platforms in demand, starting the 9th of May. So buy or rent, and that will be the 3 next months of the life of the movie. Is the first phase, and if the results are really, really, really good, then we'll have a great chance to be on a great streaming platform. I'll keep you posted in September. Yes.
And I will see you now. Now I'll be looking for you at the Los Angeles Greek Film Festival.
Absolutely.
Because that's one of my favorite film festivals in Los Angeles, the end of the month. Howard, I will see you this weekend for Brenda Lee. Real briefly, we got about 60 seconds left. Talk about your relationship with the singer Brenda Lee.
Actually, my stepfather raised Brenda Lee. He was her not a manager, I think an accountant, and he was her godfather. And her parents, the house caught on fire and the dog woke her up, and she survived, but her parents did not. And then after that point, my stepfather raised her. In fact, I have the story. I'm friends with her daughters, and one of them, we were talking about the tour buses coming to the house, and I used to look out the window, and when the tour bus come, I go get the mail. Well, one of Brenda Lee's daughter would look out the window, and then she'd go get stuff out of the attic, and she would sell it to the tourists. You know, shoot, I should have done
Very
that.
cool.
That sounds like more like something I would have done.
All right, so that's it for everybody. Oh, go ahead, Carol.
Brian, just want to shout out to Easy Way Network and
That's right.
Deb's women's channel on Easy Way TV.
That's true. Forgot about that. And hey, always check out Deb Drummond. My God, she's busy. I just did her show last Thursday or Friday, which was wonderful. I surprised her because she didn't know what my favorite song was. Everybody who knows me knows it ain't Talking About Love by Van Halen. So anyhow, that's what that is. So as I always say, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. I love when Carol and Howard do that. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More, and we will see you next week.
Bye.